Hey, what's up, guys? It's WiseGuyVito here, and today I have another tier list for you guys. I'm going to be ranking these grenades for the Terminids. And before I start, I just want to thank you guys so much for all the support lately. It definitely wants to make me want to push out more videos, push out more content for you guys. Definitely like and subscribe. It really, encourages me to do more for this channel. And who knows, maybe we might reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month. That'd be the dream. So before we start getting into the tier list, I'm gonna go over the tiers real quick. So S tier, there's little to no downsides for this grenade, and it's great in every scenario. A tier, there's some flaws to it, but with practice you can overcome these flaws. B is average, has maybe like some niche uses to it. C is below average, definitely would probably need to see some buffs in order for it to be actually good. And then D tier it is not that great of a grenade. Definitely need to see some reworks going on. Overall, these grenades definitely need to be looked at in order for them to be competitive in the current meta that is Helldivers 2. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the impact grenade is still S tier. Definitely one of these grenades that kills things. Sometimes we'll just one-shot them, and it's great for ad clear if you want to kill something immediately, right? There's no fuse time whatsoever. You just chuck it and forget about it, right? It's fantastic on Terminids. Fantastic on Terminids. Whenever there's a cluster or like a patrol loading up on you, and they just start coming at you, you throw it, and they're just deleted, like they're just gone. It's really good against nursing spewers as well. The vomit that they throw on you can kill you really quickly, and sometimes you need to kill them very, very quickly in order to stop them from vomiting on you. So this grenade is definitely very, very good. So definitely use it. Definitely using it as Terminids. The Incendiary Grenade, the regular one, I think is A tier. It's fine. However, I do think that it is currently in the state that it's in. I don't understand why you would run this, but like it gets the job done. It has a fuse time. You can throw down bug holes, like the whole 9 yards, and it's a great area of denial. Whenever there's a breach coming up, you throw it at the breach, and as long as it's landing inside the breach, then you're fine. It's, like I said, it definitely is outclassed since this new war bomb that just came out, the polar, kind of like the ice one or whatever. And I'll go ahead and rank this one. I really do think this one's S tier because of the crowd control and the area of denial. DOT got fixed as well, or damage over time, the dot damage. I think this is just better because it's an impact. The Incendiary Impact Grenade is just a better Incendiary Grenade. I mean, like if you're looking for those times where you need a fuse, which are very few and very far between, in my opinion, maybe that the Incendiary, the regular one, would probably be better. But in my opinion, the Incendiary Impact is by far the better choice. By far the better choice. So, that's just me. But use whatever you want. But the Incendiary Impact, I think, is definitely really, really good for crowd control, and especially clearing out like trash mobs, the bigger gray looking bugs, the bugs with like the armored faceplate on them as well. It's very, very good against those. So anything that's coming up on you, just start chucking these and create that area of denial, and just start getting that dot damage rolling so you can kill things very, very quickly. Thermite Grenade, I feel like, is not that special in my opinion. It's kind of like an Incendiary Grenade, but it sticks onto things, and I understand what they were going for. I just don't think it works really, really well currently. And I would like to see this actually rip off armor, but I don't think it does that very well against Chargers or Battle Titans. If this actually did damage against armoreds and or Chargers and Battle Titans, then I would definitely put it in an ARS. But currently where it stands, it's really not that great against them. Plus, you cannot throw them in bug holes because they tend to stick on the outside rim of the actual hole itself. Would definitely like to see some buffs to this. You know, definitely in the future, I'd like to see some buffs to it. Otherwise, you know, it has some niche uses to it, but otherwise, it definitely needs to see some sort of buff later on down the road. The high explosive grenade, this is the first one that you get in the game. It's fine. You know, it's your average plain Jane grenade. Fuse time, it does a decent amount of damage. It's basically like the impact, but with a fuse time. Sometimes you might need a grenade that's not an impact grenade to blow up holes easier, because the grenade will tumble inside the hole, which I guess that might be an argument for the incendiary, the regular one. But as far as the you know, like the regular ass high explosive one, it's fine. Like I said, you know, like once you start playing the game, you'll start to grow out of it, and you want to try different things out, and you might want to try different grenades that will complement your type of play style. And there's definitely better grenades out there than the high explosive ones. But it's fine. But once you grow out of it, it's probably time to put it down and to try something else. The smoke grenade, I think it's fine. It does break line of sight for bugs, but that's only within a 10-meter distance of you and the bug. So once the bugs see you, you need to get some distance away from them before you start throwing smoke grenades down. Once you do, run in a completely opposite or different direction than where you were going, and the bugs will 9 times out of 10 lose you. I think what's current, I mean, it does have its niche uses. The problem is that I feel like, again, in my opinion, I think it's outclassed by the stun grenade, which, by the way, the stun grenade is definitely going to be an S tier one. You know, if you're trying to run away and be sneaky, and if you're looking for, and like, don't get me wrong, like, this actually does work really, really well. The smoke grenade, it works really, really well in certain mission types, right? So like the mining ones or whatever, it actually works really well in those, because you can just keep on throwing smokes on your body, and, you know, like pushing like the dial, you know, like for the mining things, and each breach will come up, the bugs will just stop, like they don't know where you're at, like, but little do they know, like, you're in the middle of the smoke, like completing objectives, right? So like, it definitely has its use, but that's very mission specific, right? Whatever comes down to that versus the stun grenade does the exact same thing, in my opinion, except it stops them in their tracks, and you can kill them. For example, a smoke grenade, right? Let's say if there's a charger charging at you, right? Throw a smoke grenade, like two smoke grenades in front of you. You run through it. The charger is still coming for you, right? Smokes don't work against Bile Titans either, because the Bile Titans, they don't give two shits about your smoke grenade. They can still see you, right? Now, the stun would probably be one of the better grenades in the entire game, or the best grenade in the entire game, if it still stunned Bile Titans. It no longer does that now. But like, whenever it first came out, it actually did stun Bile Titans, and it was extremely overpowered. But, you know, now it basically stuns anything that is a charger and below. So we're talking about brood commanders, the faceplate bugs, the gray medium-sized bugs, and like the little ones, and also like the nursing spewer, bile spewers, and stuff like that. Anything that's not a Bile Titan, it stuns, which is really good, because you can run away. You can do damage, you can stop a charge, like two chargers are coming at you, you can completely stun them, you can kill one with a recoilless rifle. Like, it's really, really good. Now, the only problem with the stun grenade is that it can't kill bug holes. But since, like the demolition democracy, or democracy of demolition, or demolition of democracy, or whatever, the one where you get the grenade pistol, right? You can kind of, forego the grenade for the stun grenade. So like an explosive grenade for the stun grenade, and then take the pistol to close up bug holes. right? And then you just take a primary that's really good at ad clear. So like you take the sickle, you take the blitzer, you could take all kinds of guns that would be really good at dealing with trash mobs and stuff like that, right? But you know, the stun is definitely, in my opinion, it definitely takes the spot. It's probably like one of the better grenades, if not the best grenade to use against the Terminids. The smoke, like I said before, it is definitely outclassed by the stun grenade, because I think the stun grenade does everything better in an active fight situation. I think the stun is better. The smoke is more of like a stealth option, but I think stealth is slowly dying in Helldivers with each patch going past. I really do think that they're trying to kill stealth. Seeing how in the latest patch they've introduced that in 1, 2, and 3-man squads, so solo, 2-man, and 3-man squads, they increase the patrol rate. So it's constantly throwing you into an active fight. There's no room for stealth, right? It does do really good against breaking the line of sight, but you have to get that distance, and sometimes you don't have that distance depending on what kind of enemy that you're going up against. You know, hunters can quickly close the distance. Stalkers can quickly close the distance. Whereas with the stun, if the bugs get a drop on you, oh shit, you know, I got chargers on me, I got stalkers on me, I got hunters on me. Let me throw this stun grenade real quick. Let's pause the game for a minute so I can get my bearings. Heal up, do some damage, even, and resume the game once they've come out of the stun. Stun grenade, fantastic. Is probably the best grenade against the Terminids. And of course, the Frag Grenade. I think the fragmentation needs to be just a little bit more consistent. Otherwise, you know, once they make the area of effect actually consistent enough that it can kill bugs easier, then, you know, I don't think that it's really that good of a grenade. But again, it's, you know, it does have a nice, you know, area of effect, but it's just a little bit inconsistent for me. So that's my tier list for the grenades against Terminids. You guys let me know what you think down below in the comment section. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.